Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another modern stream, another amulet stream. I'm going to start doing a little bit of testing for GP Austin. It's actually much sooner than we all think it is. Well, maybe you think it's at the correct time, but I honestly thought that I had like 2 or 3 months before it. But no, it's actually next month, so it's coming quick. So I want to make sure that I at least have a list that I'm happy with. So as I said the other day, Amulet has been doing very well lately. This past weekend, it won both the Modern Challenge and um, the Modern PTQ. And the Modern PTQ was actually won by a list very similar to the one that I've been playing with Oko. The only change. Oh yeah. Hey Andrea, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support, Andrea. Really appreciate it. Um, by the way, are you gonna be in Austin? Because if you are, that's gonna be awesome. I'm doing great. But yeah, if you're gonna be in Austin, that would be oh yeah, sweet. I'll see you there then. That's awesome. What are you planning on playing? What's your modern weapon of choice? Birthday GP? Oh yeah, we can definitely go celebrate. Don't worry about that. Um, so yeah, so the only change from the main deck was a Bojuki Bog, that it was actually moved to the sideboard in order to make room for the one and only Kalni Garden. However, I have not really been missing Kalni Garden. So honestly, I have not really felt the need to bring it back. So yeah, I'm not sure about that change. We can try to that's what the testing is gonna be, right? Like I want to see how those cards. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, I think that the marginal extra value that you get from playing Bog on your main deck is higher than the marginal value that you get from Colony Garden in the average match um, in the modern format. So we're gonna see whether that's actually the case or not with more testing. The side will actually look extremely similar to this, except I think the only change was -1 tracker in order to make room to the Bojuka Bog in the sideboard. But since I actually have that extra slot that I'm not using for with the Colony Garden, I feel like playing the tracker is great. Like, tracker has been very good for me lately, honestly. So yeah, not much more to talk about, just more testing to do. That's all that really matters. Is this an event that's going to happen in 12 hours? This is weird. I have no idea what this is about. We're gonna join a league though. Look at how close we are to the top. One more trophy and we would be like 6. So close. No clue. I'm playing maybe the Ursaoko. Want to try out all the glitters affinity too? Oh, nice. I wonder if that all the glitters thing is actually like competitive. It's actually very good. What I mean, you're asking me what you should play. You know the answer to that, right? You know what I'm gonna tell you. Um, well, if you're into control decks, the control deck that I played yesterday actually felt very powerful. What should I play that I can play? Okay, let's rephrase the question. I don't know if you saw like the deck that I streamed yesterday, but it was actually a ton of fun and it was super powerful. I was actually quite impressed. So something like this, like a four color snow control deck. This card consistently impressed, in my opinion. Just like trading with Eldrazi left and right. Like, I think I played against Eldrazi Tron twice or 3 times, and I beat them every time. It's crazy. Like, it's actually very good. I'm a bad player. I can only play Legacy. That's funny. Um, why the third Oko in the board? Because there are matchups where Oko is actually really good. Mostly Death Shadow. It's also very good against Torside. It's also very good against. Huh? Yeah, I'm keeping this. Um, Oko has certain matchups where it's actually very good. So Well, this Once Upon a Time actually could potentially be very, very good. Yep, exactly. So we can name Giant here. And now we can actually play turn 2 Oko and turn my opponent's dork into an elk. Or if we find an actual Titan, we just win, right? We have the turn 2 kill. Oh, no second land. Well, I guess we were getting there, but still, very early concession. All right, so we're playing against um, Storm. These are the cards I might be interested in. These are the ones that I'm not. We can shave some number of pacts. I actually do like Oko. Probably not 3 copies like Oko, but yeah. Is Veil of Summer banned in Modern? No, it's not. No, but I just don't think it's very good in Amulet. I tried it multiple times and I was consistently disappointed by it, so I just stopped trying. Um oh yeah, so we have to take out a land, which I guess with this list is going to be a castle against Storm. Last time I played Control in Legacy, I got owned by Veil of Summer. Yeah, well, this deck actually does not really get that owned by Veil. Like, yes, you can like maybe your like mana leaks and whatnot get counter and stuff, but it's honestly not that big of a deal. Like, you have like more. You just have like a bunch of other things that you can do. Like, your removal is actually white and red base instead of black, so it's not like you get owned when you try to like decay or fatal push something. So yeah, you can. I uploaded the videos to YouTube. So if you want to, if you have the time to check them out, which you actually might not, but if you do have the time to check them out, Andrea, you can do so in YouTube, and you're gonna see that like the deck was actually quite impressive. I was pleasantly surprised by it. So we're gonna go Scout on turn 1. Then we're gonna be able to play Amulet on 2 and hold up the Disdainful Stroke, so we hopefully don't die. Or maybe that happens. That's also fine. I guess there's no need for me to expose the Amulet. I can just play it easy. That's about all. Well, actually, now I'm gonna put this on Giant, and I'm gonna play an Amulet. My opponent can abrade the Amulet. That's fine. Celebi. What is time? Time is this thing that you use to do stuff, and that I think that you don't have. It's that lightning bolt. Wait, do they have enough? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4th spell. 5 with. So it's just gonna get to Metamorphose a bunch. So I think I just counter this. If they have Remand, I think I lose because I give them like double Storm. But that's fine. Like they wasted like some mana and some time. Man, it would have been awesome if I had found the bounce land there. I guess I'm gonna once upon because I might find the Bojuga bug here. I don't. I'm gonna play the tap land now because it guarantees that next turn I can cast a Titan even if my opponent counters my even if they upgrade my amulet. Past in flames. Okay. I mean, the good thing for me is that they're going off from a kind of low base. The problem for me is that there's many ways that this goes very wrong for me. Like there's many things that my opponent can find here that just win them the game on the spot, right? Just like cycling some metamorphosis and finding a gifts and given, or like double grape shot. Double grape shot would do it. Another bolt, yeah, double grape shot. All right, we died. We needed to find a bounce out at any point that we would have been fine, but new lists play few payoffs. I mean, the new lists have looked the same for years now. I don't think there's such thing really as new lists for Storm. So if we find an untapped green source, we have like interaction and a quick start. I think this is not a great hand, but I think it's a keep. Two grape shot and one grape shot, one empty. Yeah, but that's all they need. And this is post cyborg as well. Okay, so we did not find a green source untapped, so at that point it's just better for us to do this. All right. This is a grape shot. Okay. My opponent has been super aggressive about killing my scouts. Do I want to dismember now? Yep, I want to dismember now. It means that if I draw an Asusa, they can't remand it. That's actually not bad. That's another layer of protection. Hey Nishasha, how you doing? All right. Amulet is actually kind of awkward. So my opponent has only a single mana, so they could have Bolt for my Asusa. What happens if they have Bolt for my Asusa? I guess I force them to use the Bolt. They probably have it. Yeah. One, two, three, four. Am I playing Panda Wines list? No, this is my own list, Nishaya. Nishaya. It's similar to the list that won the Moto PTQ. So if my opponent has Wipe Away, which is a card that they don't play really anymore, I'm gonna lose the game. But at this point, it's kind of the same, right? Because if I pay for Pact, I can't even Asusa next turn. So we are just gonna do this. Pass the turn. Pay for Pact. Play land. Go. What are the chances they have Remand? Probably pretty high, huh? How about we draw exactly Cavern of Souls? Would that be good? Chat, would this be a good top deck for us? Would this be a good card for us to draw right now? How do I lose this game? Pretty new around here. You like in main deck Oko? I kind of have, honestly. I'm even considering playing it in the event in GP Vegas, GP Austin, not Vegas. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for haste because if my opponent has like a ramp, they can almost even they can't repeal me. But if they have like something to bounce my Titan, then I don't have mana to crack explosives, and then I just die if my opponent untaps and plays a dork and then goes off. So I think that the correct line here, since I cannot present lethal, is to transmute for a Pact of Negation, which is what I was going to do, and apparently my opponent agrees. A million goblins. Yeah, we can beat a million goblins. We don't really care. But Steve Fox, thank you so much for that Twitch reference subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Still not sold on Castle Garenberg yet. Any arguments to convince me? I mean, do you like being able to cast Titans on turn 3? Because I do. And that's what the castle does. It allows you to cast Titans on turn 3 more reliably. No bad matchups. Indeed. No bad matchups. There's no such thing as a bad matchup. I want to believe Oko is bad, so I don't have to spend any money to buy that sucker. Yeah, I was kind of on the same boat, and then the more I play with it, the like more that it just like takes over games by itself and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, damn it. All right, so I'm gonna keep this one. Gonna bottom a basic forest and be done. This hand is not great, by the way, but oh, please don't be the mirror. Okay, so it is like, I guess it's another deck against which Oko is terrible, so we're screwed. We're pretty screwed here. Yep, just escape shift. Have the paper struggle not to spend the tickets? I mean, they are not. I mean, I guess they are pretty expensive right now. They went back up. Like I got them when they went down to $30, so I'm very happy that I did. But they went up again. They went up to like 70, and now they went back down to like 50 something or something. So maybe right now is the time to get them. Instead of going with the Oko, I think it's correct for me to try to develop my mana right now. Next turn I can play Oko and like Oko my opponent's cursor. My opponent's playing Bloodbraid in their Scape Shift deck. Thragtusk? What the hell is my opponent up to over there? Titan. or blank. We're one land away from being able to trigger Field of the Dead, which is just unlucky. So I'm gonna hold this land in hand so we get an extra trigger if I draw any other land. Yep, there's the prime time. So they have Thragtusk in hand. 50 tickets is probably very small. It's a lot, honestly, but it's like it's probably gonna get banned in Pioneer, and maybe we'll go down to like 40 or something. But if you want to use them, like I mean, these Okos that I bought have been like paying for themselves already. So like I 5 like 4 or 5 times with 3 or 4 times with them, plus a bunch of 4-1s. So like they paid for themselves already, but also the testing, right? That's kind of like the idea. Is AmulOko the deal then, huh? They published the PTW Mob Challenge Leagues final. Yeah, it took a minute, huh? Yeah, so we have a second Azusa, so throwing one of these under the bus in order to protect the Oko sounds reasonable to me. We need to fight the Titan. Alright, so... Huh. So I guess that my opponent did have the land, but they were missing the Titan. And now we're probably dead. So my opponent's hand is Tusk plus Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 mana. So I'm probably gonna need to crack this food now so I can try to stay away from... Yeah, you're too late, bro. Just barely too late. One... Yeah, so I guess we can't actually Titan and haste. If we shock, we can go to 19. Yeah, we can gain with the Oko. I think I'm gonna be... We can also just gain in a different way, but I think I'm gonna make zombies. Because of the Azusa. So Vesuva and Boros Garrison. Seems like it's the best way to stabilize. Like this Titan is gonna die because of my opponent's Titan. So how much damage can they do to me? So they're gonna get 2 mountains, and they're gonna play 1. 2 Valakuts, sorry. Then they're gonna play 1. Then they're going to... So they're probably gonna 18 me. Yeah, I guess it's probably better for me to hold up the Golgari Road Farm in hand. Alright. Oh, I'm so stupid. That means that I don't trigger field. Well, my bad, it's fine. It's okay, we have enough blockers to not die. There's the prime time. We didn't vote those zombies anyway. I mean, we're gonna get 6 zombies next turn at least. So that's something. Oh, they even found the wooded foothills. That's value. Yeah, we're pretty dead here, actually. Unsurprisingly, they killed the Titan. We can still chomp. They're playing like a mid-range version of TitanShift, which is weird. And then they don't attack. Interesting. Titan? Kinda needed a Titan there. Oh, okay. So we definitely want to sequence properly. So we're going to play this. Sombos. Bounce. Play this. Sombos. Sombos. Well, my opponent could have killed 2 zombies by killing the Azusa, but they didn't. Good for us. Oh, I should have Elked the Titan. What am I even doing here? Whoopsie. Big mistake. Big mistake. I should have definitely Elked the Titan there. Yikes. Yikes. Super yikes. Super yikes. Yeah, because they just go face now with everything. So if they have find 2 Valakuts here, yeah. Okay, so we're just like actually Dobbs right now. Yeah, I'm gonna trust my opponent. You got it, opponent. I punted. We might have been able to win there if I hadn't been that stupid. Yes, we take out Cavern of Souls. Bring in Rex Sage. Wanton. Actually, explosives is not bad. Now with the new versions, my opponent does not seem to be on Field of the Dead though, because all their mountains look the same. And if they're not on Field of the Dead, then I don't like engineered explosives, obviously. Yeah, let's go with something like this. Just EE for 6, easy. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. So we have a Titan, we have an Azusa, we're just missing a bounce land. Into it. Playing the Amulet and Wamp, obviously, because if I find a great bounce land, I can Azusa onto. Opponent's searching for tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to Vesuva, my opponent's stomping ground. What this does is, even if my opponent abrades my amulet, I can still Azusa next turn. Although I guess that I'm still trying to draw towards the bounce land, and yeah, actually I made a mistake. I should have. Well, that's a nice synergy right there. I should have played the castle. I mean, now it didn't matter, but still. Get out of here. Looking for a bounce land. If we find the bounce, we're gonna be in a good spot. If we don't find a bounce, then we're. Ah, really? Really? We can still Titan if we find the bounce land here. Yeah, we can still Titan. And yeah, my opponent is definitely not playing what's his name? Bounce land. Come on. Ugh. Opponent's definitely not playing Field of the Dead is what I meant. If they hadn't had the second Damping Sphere, we would be golden. But my opponent needed to be a Laxac. They also have the Titan? Of course. Yeah, I don't think we could have beaten this draw. Why is my opponent killing my Reclamation Sage? Yeah, we could. I don't think we could have beaten my opponent's draw. Not. I mean, we had multiple turns to find a bounce land there, and we never did. So sometimes things just don't work out. I still think TitanShift is a reasonable matchup for us, but oh well. We had so many turns to find like a cantrip. We had 3 steerings to draw towards. Even Oko would have been a fine draw because we would have been able to elk the Damping Sphere. I actually cited out the Okos, never mind. But like Force of Vigor would have been fine. Like we just had crazy amounts of good draws there. And I'm gonna keep this hand. Jando? El Jando. So hopefully my opponent doesn't have like an Inquisition plus Bolt draw. Or Ren and 6. Ren and 6 would be insane here. I do feel like I need to play into it though, unfortunately. Yep. Bad beats. Bad beats. Playing around Ghost Quarter. No idea how likely it is for my opponent to have it. I guess Assassin's Trophy is also another reason to play it like so. If this is Liliana, we are a little bit in trouble. But we're potentially still okay. And when I say potentially still okay, I mean we're fine. Play a Susa, play this. And guess I'm gonna play the Cynic Growth Chamber. Thoughtseize is the only thing that gets us. Thoughtseize would be problematic. But even if they answer my amulet, I don't really care. Bolt my Asusa, so one of their cards in hand is a land. No. We could go for haste here. Yeah, haste seems like the best thing to be doing. Copy Slayer Stronghold. Can we attack? Oh yeah, this game is over. We are done here. We're not going to be able to get zombies yet. So I guess it's better to go for something else then. Yeah, we're killing Lily. I cannot present lethal to my opponent, so killing the Lily is the correct line here. My opponent can minus, but even if we didn't, they can play a second Lily and minus. But even if they have a second, like they would need second Lily plus Thoughtseize, and even still, we can transmute for another Titan and play it. So this game is over now. Just to jump one because of running 6 plus Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that is a real combo. Yeah, opponent just concedes. All right, so we want these cards. We want this card, this card, this card, Tracker, Excavator, and a couple of these members. Take this out. Take a couple of these out. One of these out. Cavern out. Rot Farm. Steerings. 3 more. But all my cards are so good. Well, I guess I'm gonna take out all the scouts actually. Because of Ren. Yep, fine hand. Keep. The main attraction, I guess? The most attractive thing about this hand is we have redundancy because of Inquisition. Like we have 2 Azuzas. Probably my opponent is going to take the Tracker here, which is fine. Like the Azusa is the price here with this hand anyway. And then we're blanking Liliana because of Bailoth. Pseudo blanking Liliana. Obviously, Liliana can still minus to kill my Azusa, right? But okay, that's a problem. That's how we lose. Actually, I think I'm gonna cast the Bailoff here. Mostly because I want to protect this Azusa from Liliana Edict. Also, having a 4/4 in play is nice. Boldy Azusa. No land? Whew. Okay. Swing. Put it down to 7. They rebuild Fulminator, by the way. Play Azusa. Play Sanctuary. Trigger on the stack once upon a time. Actually, I'm going to get Teleria West here. And I'm going to play it. Because with the Azusa, we can transmute this away. Alright, they found the swamp. See what my opponent's going to do here now. Fulminator Mage. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play a Breeding Pool. I guess that we can lead on Sanctuary. So if we lead on Sanctuary, float blue, bounce this, opponent destroys this in response, we bounce the T-West, then we play the Breeding Pool, and we use 3 mana to transmute for another bounce land. So that seems good. And if my opponent doesn't destroy this before the trigger, then we get to Titan. This is still, we're still fine though. Casting Bailoff against the little deck, exactly. But you have to understand, and this is why we're switching gears, right? Because of the texture of my hand, we are actually the aggro deck here. And actually, the way to make Liliana bad is by making the Lily Edict bad. So that's what I'm trying to do. Running 6. Opponent down to 1. Just finished watching your last MLA Day with Punt's list. Awesome games, especially the one versus Infect. I was almost screaming alone when chat started to wonder why you didn't go score to that income of Nexus. I actually made a video. Ah, that's hilarious. Nice fetch land opponent. I actually made a matchup close video with that match, which is going to go up on Friday. So you can check it out on YouTube. On Friday, that is, obviously, right? Not right now, because it's not there. But on Friday, you're going to be able to watch it there. That's a Tarmogoyf. To Tarmogoyf, this is my friend Primeval Titan. This one right here is my friend Primeval Titan. Great fella. Great fella. GG easy. Yeah, that hand that I saw in game 2 is exactly like, it's a perfect example of the kind of hand that you want against Jund. Always, basically. My opponent's turn 2 Bob was just, and you see that just hard casting the Baloth is what gave me that game, right? As counterintuitive as it was a matter of identifying, oh, okay, so like the way that I win this game is I go aggro with Baloth, and it's not even correct to make to make Lily bad, because like the way to make Lily bad is not by making the Lily plus bad, but by making the Lily minus bad. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Sure. Gonna keep this thing. We have Radiant Fountain to help us buy time, and we have turn 4 Titan. Polio the Delta. So that probably means Shadow. How is the Yoko feeling? It's been okay. It is Shadow. It's been okay. I've been actually enjoying it a fair amount. Vesuva, my opponent's Water Grave. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. We have Titan mana already. That's brutal. That's the last turn that I needed. That's the last freaking turn that I needed to Asusa. God damn it. The good thing is that if my opponent taps out, I can Oko, because I Vesuva my opponent's Water Grave last turn. Huh. Well, I'm not going to play into Stubborn Denial. So let's not play into Stubborn Denial. Steerings. Drown the Luck. Sounds good to me. Let's reset this. Now we can play Oko through Stub. Yeah, that Down the Luck sounds actually kind of greedy there. Unless they have a second one, which they might. They don't. Confirmed, they don't have it round lock. Pony conceits. Okay. Grixis Shadow. This, one of these, this, Chameleon Colossus, Starless Tracker. Out, out, out. Actually, no, Castle is good. What we don't want is Ghost Quarter. And we don't want Rot Farm. Which one's the other land that I usually cut in the Shadow matchup? It's not Bog. Is it one of the castles? I think it is one of the castles, actually. Go. What was that hand? No threat, no discard. Yeah, it was like the weirdest shadow hand ever. I don't understand. Maybe it was like a greedy shadow hand? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This looks like it could be worse. If my opponent has a Thoughtseize, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to once opponent response because I really need to find the green source here. Yeah. I hate to, like, oh, really? We're gonna whiff just like that? No green source. No green source in the top 12 cards of my deck. Okay, what's better? I guess that Teleria West is better than Redundant Titan. Yikes. Big yikes. Like the yikest of bigs and yikes. These were 5 cards deeper for a green source. I like your attitude, Burden One. I like your attitude. Stay positive, right? Hey yo. You were right. You were 100% right. Look at that. Oh, my opponent's playing Goifs. Please don't push my... Ugh. They had the push, chat. They had the push. You gotta believe. I guess so. Yeah, now we're probably not looking too hot right here. That's a Death Shadow. That's a Tarmogoyf. Dismember. Oh! Ugh. Okay. I really have to try to get going here. I mean, at least they don't have a way to make the shadow larger. Bog? Oof. So 5, 8, 9. So I die to a fetch land? I can transmute for a Bojuki Bog and turn these into a 0/1. Does that do anything? It doesn't, right? Like, I just need to play this scout and hope that it survives somehow. That seems to be the line. It's not a great line. So I need to draw 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I have to top deck probably an amulet off the top. Interesting. Well, I'm dead now, so right. I guess I wasn't technically dead. I could have steered into exactly a Bujuka bog, which I would have found. Then I bog myself, and if the shadow continues to not grow, then I would be taking only 2 damage. Seems unlikely, but I guess I was still not dead, so I shouldn't have conceded. Um, yeah, we're just gonna run it back, I think. Okay. Now the question is, do I play out the explosives on one or do I steerings on one? The other one is probably getting discarded. I'm definitely doing one of them. I think I'm actually doing the explosives. Just to make sure I don't die to a quick shadow. Oh, yeah, I thought this anyway. So I guess it didn't really matter. They take the steerings? Interesting. So they might have like exactly fetch plus thought scour, an angler. But if they don't have that, what are you doing, opponent? They're trying to okay, I guess you're out in the lock. So that's a bounce land. Oh yeah, we have to delay that angler. Definitely have stroke. Maybe. Drown the lock is also a possibility since they just like thought scoured me for no reason. So that's a go if. Okay. Sounds good. Lol oops, says my opponent. Lol oops indeed. Lol oops indeed. Poggers. Bog myself, pass the turn. Take 2. First bait spell. If they have the Sinful Stroke, they have to use it here. They do. Okay. They have Surgical? You have to be kidding me. Yeah, they just. Damp Sphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're fine. Alright, no Surgical. Sweet. GG's. Field of the Dead, and I guess Dolaria West. Is that the best thing? Yeah, sure. I could have done that, but that would have cost me 2 counters from the Gemstone Mine, and then that makes Kolaghan's Command that much better. Because Kolaghan's Command is actually making me discard real cards, because I have 2 Titans that I'm discarding. I could double block. I'm very well aware that I could, but my opponent can I don't know, grow the Goyf somehow, and then huh. Yeah, so my opponent's dead. They could grow the Goyf somehow, and then um yeah, they're struggling with the Damping Sphere there. They could grow the Goyf somehow. What am I trying to say here? Grow the Goyf somehow, and then like Liliana Edict me. So there's no need for me to play into that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it for Primeval Titan. Opponent concedes. 3 and 1. That's gonna be annoying. Also, this MCDO right now is normal. What do you mean, Thornyole? This MCDO adv earn. I don't know what that means. Sorry. If you could be a little bit more specific. I don't like this hand at all. We're gonna mulligan. McDonald's advertisement. Oh, I didn't know that it was a McDonald's advertisement. Yeah. So basically, definitely keeping this hand, by the way. We're gonna bottom the Pact of Negation. Um, yeah. So I can basically one new feature that they added is I can run ads whenever I want. And what that does is it makes it so when people that are just coming into the stream, come into the stream, they don't need to like watch ads. So it's like a way for me to like preemptively run the ads when there's downtime, like for example when there's when I'm like waiting for a match or something like that, in order to like give time for new people that come into the stream to not have to watch ads, so they can like jump right into the action. It's actually a cool new feature that Twitch implemented. I don't I don't remember when, but like it was a minute ago now. So I think I'm gonna get the Snokeworth Forest here, and we're going to play my first amulet. Then I'm gonna play the forest, and then play another amulet. We're gonna get stubbed. Okay, that sucks. With my opponent leading on Misty Rainforest, there was no way that I would have put them on Grixis Shadow. So I don't think it was correct for me to play out Star with the Nile there. And they would have gotten my second amulet anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered. Maybe, but right now I have no visual of the game. I just have a fixed picture. Well, no, that should not happen. So it should be like an ad that just shows up for like 30 seconds and then it just leaves. It just disappears. Is not that what you're experiencing? Because that should be what you should be experiencing. Wait a second. Mystic Sanctuary? Is this like a control deck with Stubborn Denial? This is definitely a control deck with Stubborn Denial. This does not seem too good. And for the people that were asking about Castle Garenbrig earlier today, please take a look at what's going on right now. Yeah, opponent just concedes. Yeah, that sounds about right. So is my opponent? What's my opponent up to over there? If anyone knows about the new Theros leaks, is the Ashok real? Yeah, I think that's not a leak. That's actually an official like spoiler by Wizards. I think they officially spoiled Elspeth, Ashiok, and Athreos. The like the white black god. So I'm not gonna sideboard for Ashiok. I'm gonna sideboard for control. This might be wrong, but yeah, I'm gonna sideboard as if my opponent were playing a control deck. With Stubborn Denial. I think I played this deck. It's a blue black shadow with Sanctuary with Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command in a Death Shadow deck? That seems just wrong. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's a little bit awkward because I kind of want to play these two lands first, just so I can guarantee turn 3 Asusa. But I kind of want to play Steerings as well. If my opponent has, yeah, so they have Discord spells, so this makes things way easier. For me, is it better Amulet or Rassitron? Amulet, obviously. But Rassitron is much easier to play, so it's much more popular, and it's mad. Like it's much more. I want to say like objectively powerful. That's not like the. It's much more powerful on its face. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's much more obviously powerful. There we go. That's a way to put it. Playing well Litron is not. It's significantly easier than playing Amulet well. I can guarantee that. Huh. So I can play around Stubborn Denial. I think I'm just gonna play my Field of the Dead and I'm just gonna pass the turn. So I could have played around Stubborn Denial by playing my untapped land, or next turn I can play around both Stubborn Denial and Drowning the Lock, which is what I'm going to do. Well, those cards would have been good for you, opponent. Another Thoughtseize. Okay. So if I Asusa, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Pacting for Asusa actually sounds reasonable here. So I think I'm going to go for that. Then I'm going to do Bojuka Bog to exile their graveyard, so there's no like threat and stuff. And then I'm going to get a Gemstone Mine into play. Next turn I'm going to be able to pay for Pact. And then if the Asusa doesn't die, I can... If I draw any land with a name that I don't have already, I can start spitting out zombies like crazy. No blocks. And at least there's no Dismember and there's no shock land, so I can't get pushed. Brazen Borrower is fine. That's a Thief of Crowns right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna play around Ampsphere. I play in the Field of the Dead. 1, 2, 3 to Asusa. 1, 2, 3 to Oko. Sounds reasonable enough to me. Alright, so they're gonna be able to grow the shadow here, which is a little bit annoying. I still need to find the land. Yeah, so it's like blue black shadow with like mystic sanctuaries and stuff. How is that even a deck? Okay, so green, blue, one, Oko. It just never resolved. Man, we really need a land here. Um, think I bug myself. Play around riding the luck. For you, why is less present in tournaments online respect Shadow, Eldrazi, and other main decks? It's much harder to play. Just as easy as that. It's much harder to play correctly. Let's put it that way. And it's a very punishing deck. It has a very stiff learning curve. Riley DKK. If you mean Dilk's list, you mean my list. The list that Dilk's presented for the Players Championship, it's actually like the list that I have been streaming for the past 2 weeks. It's just let's just say that it's just similar. It's just very similar to the list that I've been streaming for the past 2 weeks. All right, so my opponent tapped out. Sweet. We even get to attack. Sick. Opponent concedes. Yeah, sounds about right. Front one. Neutron is hard to play perfectly, but even a mediocre play can slam some haymakers and win, which is how Tron wins. I mean, it requires skill to impel it. Yeah, exactly. That's the big difference, right? It's like the delta between like the bad player and the okay player. A mediocre player will do a lot of losing with amulets, and a mediocre player can still do a decent amount of winning with Eldrazi. It's also much faster to play. Amulet has a much lower floor than most of the decks. The lines aren't necessarily very intuitive. Yep. That's why Tron is an archetype. As an archetype is popular, you slam some soul lands, play a haymaker, and win. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can't go too wrong with that, right? All right, so we got the 4-on-1 in record time. Actually, that was like an entire league in an hour and 14 minutes. That's just efficiency right there. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a short break, 3-minute break. I am going to go to the bathroom, all that stuff, and then we will be back for the next one. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for checking it out. Don't miss on the second video, which you're gonna be able to find in the description down below. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.